Listen to what
Okay.
the head coach, the new head coach of the Washington Commanders, had to say about game planning for number 8.
Both teams are going to have to deal with this, but dealing with a quarterback like Lamar, what challenges and how much does it keep defensive coordinators up at night to have to
A
try
lot.
and stop a guy like that?
It does a lot. And I had this conversation yesterday with somebody. When you can extend the plays, that obviously, changes how you go about things. And so some quarterbacks need extra, people for spy. Sometimes you want to have zone where there's vision to go. And it's the second play usually that can be the most challenging. A first play may begin as a pass, and then as the second one begins, outside the pocket. And he has just had remarkable, success, with his arm and with his legs. And so, yeah, he is absolutely a threat.
Whole lot of respect there coming from Dan Quinn before the reporter could even get their question out. He was like, yes, this guy is keeping me up at night. And that's been the case for a long time with those opposing defensive coordinator press conferences, Sarah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, one more thing on Lamar before we move into a few other pressers. So we all remember the Bengals troll, right? The Bengals troll, the perhaps grandma from Cincinnati. If you don't remember, let's just refresh your memory. This was before the Bengals game.
Your ass to
Who? What team?
It's gonna be her fault too.
What team?
It's her fault.
What team?
It's her fault.
What team gonna beat us?
Today, the Bengals.
So you can see Lamar being like, it's going to be her fault. It's going to be her fault if the Ravens were to win, which they did, as we know. And so Lamar was at podium yesterday, and thank goodness for Jonah Schaefer, because it was the last question of the presser. I'm so glad he asked about it. He said, can you give us some behind the scenes details to how that all went down? And here's Lamar with not just explaining how it happened, but he has an impersonation of his troll that, well, is catching a lot of attention.
Well, it was supposed to be private for us. It was me, Eddie Jackson, Zay. We were just eating. And the guy who owned the restaurant just kept, like, letting people, oh, yeah, this person, like, I don't even almost curse. But, like, I don't know this lady, but it was a black lady walked in. She was just, yeah, I'm a Louisville fan, but I'm a Cincinnati fan. She was nice. She was cool. And the other lady come in, and we're going to kick your ass. I'm like, I got mad. So I'm like, she going to be the reason, like, we end up winning. I wonder how she felt after that, though. Like, because she probably seen it. Like, one of her grandsons or something probably showed it to her. But, yeah, just be a fan next time. Just let us play. Like, let the guys do the talking. Y'all just be the fans, though.
Is that what the stiff arm was for? Was for her?
No, it wasn't for her. No, that was for her.
That's the way he walks off. There's the kissy, kissy, kissy.
There. Okay, a couple.
Look at him. Look at his face. Look at him looking at her.
That right there, that face right there, that is what you call extreme self-mastery.
But you know what's funny, Sarah, is he says he was mad.
Yeah, that's my
playful.
point.
Well, no,
right.
But like, oh yeah, okay. What were you saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about like self-mastery. He's mad. He doesn't like it because Lamar, as we know, leads with respect. He leads with it. Everybody gets the benefit of the doubt. Everybody. Doesn't matter who you are. Lamar, you're cool. He gives you the benefit of the doubt until you disrespect him, right? And so this is some self-mastery, some self-control, because that is annoying when somebody's like in your face and saying, we're going to beat your A.
In a private room on the road in Cincinnati. Shame on the restaurant owner.
Right. Like,
shame on the restaurant owner. You have Lamar at your place. He's probably paying good money to be there. And I'm sure they're living large with Zay, and he said Eddie was there as well.
Yeah.
And it's just open season in a private room. What are we doing here?
That is what's weird is he says it's supposed to be private, and that's like, and you get it, right? Like you literally wouldn't be able to have a meal if you didn't have a private room if you're Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Like you will never get through your entire meal.
Exactly.
And sometimes, by the way, you just got to eat and go. Like sometimes you got a schedule to keep up with.
Precisely.
And so first of all, he showed self-control by just being playful and nice and just saying, hey, it's going to be her fault, and takes this and smiles while, and even if it's like an older lady, somebody's in your face saying, we're going to beat your A, that could be triggering, right?
Yeah.
And instead he's like playful and nice, as you said. And the other thing is, like, I'm surprised if he said that the owner kept letting people in. Like, at some point, like, you just be like, bro, like, can you stop letting people in? You know,
sure.
like obviously he's not going to go back there again. And I will say this. So Bobby, usually we bleep curse words when we can, if we don't accidentally miss it. This one I didn't bleep because his impersonation, if I had bleeped it, like, it's the arse part that he nails. Right?
The arse part.
Yeah. Like, it was key to the impersonation, the way he said it. So
Yes,
I left
yes.
it in. Hopefully, if my kids listen, sorry.
Yes.
You know, like, I normally don't do that, but
You are
that was
hysterical.
hilarious.
You are hysterical. You really are. The arse part. That's got to be quoted, guys. The arse part right there. Put that on a graphic. Oh goodness. Shall we get into Roquan?
Yeah, Roquan, and into locker room and pressers from yesterday, beyond the Lamar and Jaden
All
comparisons.
right, cool. Yeah, because like as we've noticed here in recent weeks, Roquan's getting back to that previous mojo, that previous only row one-liner that we had such a great time getting to know within inside the vault last season. So hopefully that means that better times for this defense as a whole are on the horizon. But here he is talking about the Jaden Daniels rookie matchup.
Facing Lamar in practice all the time, how do you feel like that helps you in defending Jaden Daniels?
There's only one Lamar at the end of the day. Make no mistake about that. But yeah, Lamar is a little different in practice, truth be told, than he is in the game time. But got a lot of respect for this rookie, Jaden, and what he's done thus far this season. So we're very excited about the matchup and knowing he brings a lot to the table, as well as the running backs, the receiver, and the offensive line is playing well for those guys. But hey, it's the NFL. We're looking forward to it. And at the end of the day, he's still a rookie, but he's definitely playing good ball.
The Ravens have a really good record against rookie quarterbacks. Is there something to going against a rookie from a mindset standpoint?
I think we just as a defense, we give things that a lot of other teams don't really give throughout the league in sense of our disguises, coverages, and just the way we play the game of football. So it'll definitely be something new, and he definitely hasn't seen a defense like ours this season. So we just got to come out clicking on our cylinders, and when we do that, we'll be at our best.
Okay. A couple of things on that. He's 100% right. There's only one Lamar. We've kind of established that in the topic before. So, but I like the way he said it. There's only one Lamar. Make no mistake about that. The other line where he says, Jaden hasn't seen a defense like ours. I haven't seen a Ravens defense like this in years. So
that one got a little bit of play, didn't it, Sarah? Yes, it did.
Listen, Roquan's being Roquan, and I don't hate it. Like, a player's got to have that attitude, and Roquan is the leader of that defense, and we've loved his talk. It's easier to talk when you're number one, when you're the number one defense in the entire league. I understand that, but he can't change who he is just because the defense is struggling. So I get it from a player perspective, but he left himself open for sure, and being like, they haven't seen a defense like ours. Yeah, you mean like the one that's ranked, what are they now? Are they 28th in pass defense? I'll have to look it up here.
I actually have that number right here.
Okay.
It's not something that I think any of us are going to want to see.
Please?
Ravens defense here in terms of total, they're 19th. Total defense is 19th, but pass defense specifically, what were they? Okay, before I give you this number, do you remember where they were going into week 5?
Well, I know they had moved up a little bit. They were bad, but then they moved up by because they were number 32. Then I think they went all the way up to 20, the low 20s, because they played so well against Allen.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they dropped again.
Oh, they dropped. All right.
Where are they at?
Second to last.
So they're to 31.
Yep.
So they were at 32 before the Bills, then moved up to the low 20s, and now they're back to 31.
Here's the number going into last weekend. They dropped 2 spots.
Wait, before last weekend, it was only
they dropped from, so going into, my mind's everywhere. They played Cincy. Going into Cincy last weekend, they were the 29th ranked pass defense, and now they're the 31st going into Washington.
What were they overall ranked?
Oh, shoot, I just closed out of it.
Oh, quick on that trigger.
Yeah. So, but in other words, kind of like Bill Belichick said on Inside the NFL yesterday, it ain't pretty right now. So much so, people are having fun with this secondary.
It's had a lot of trouble stopping the Cincinnati passing game, and it seemed like every time they handed the ball off, I think I saw the Ravens bench cheering.
Hey, absolutely, like, we ain't got to cover Jamar and T.
Sarah, when I tell you that at the gym, I had to rewind that clip multiple times to figure out what he was saying. He mumbles. Listen to it once.
He is a mumbler.
Was anybody else with me on that? Did you guys understand what he said at first glance? Okay, listen to this.
I did, but that's because you told me what he said. So
yes.
yeah,
I'm really curious to hear the live chat because I feel like I have decent recall, like decent listening when no matter what I'm doing in terms of consuming things, in terms of like the understanding of words. I had no idea what he said.
And they handed the ball off, I think I saw the Ravens bench cheering.
I saw the Ravens bench cheering.
Yes.
Honestly, it sounded like Ed Sheeran.
Oh my, that is hilarious. Literally at the gym all morning. I was probably on the treadmill for 10 more minutes longer than I typically am at the end of my workout because I just couldn't figure it out. And that is exactly what I'm like, did I miss the Sheeran reference?
Yeah, I was like, was Ed Sheeran at the game? What's going on here?
Was there a joke that like went over my head, So anyway, point is, yes, there's a lot of people that are poking fun, let's say, playfully at this defense, and they have opened up the door for that. Should we have Kyle Hamilton sort of temper nerves here?
Yes, but real quick.
Yeah.
I saw a clip, speaking of Bill Belichick, this isn't about the Ravens, but Bill Belichick was on the Manning cast for the Chiefs Monday night game. And he's in the middle of giving his mumbling analysis. And then Travis Kelce makes a catch, a great catch. And he's sitting there analyzing Kelsey's catch. But of course, the TV cameras shoot to Taylor Swift. And all he says is, oh. He's in the middle of talking about how great Travis Kelce is, and then goes up there and he's like, oh, he didn't need to say anything else. He tried to move on from it. He was trying not to bury her, but all it needed was that one little painful grunt that he was like, oh, and it was like, okay, we see how you feel about Taylor.
Bill, he's been on one lately. He's been torching the Jets, just like straight up, whether it was about the firing, whether it's about the instability of the franchise, or he literally, like on this Inside the NFL segment that we just shared, like a 12-second clip of about the Ravens. Right after that, he goes on to be like, you guys do understand that the Jets have won a quarter of their games over the last like quarter century or something. Like he just said something that was just so, you can't come back from that as a Jets fan base. And so not only is he doing that, but his media career is through the roof. And I think, Sarah, he's dating somebody who's younger than me.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's like
Isn't that
72, 73.
I feel like he's always either did it or maybe it's the same young woman, but I feel like he's typically done that.
Oh, yeah. But to this extent, though, I think I want to say that I'm 30. I think she's younger than me. And Bill, I think, turned 73 at some point in the coming months. So anyway, the Bill Belichick retirement life, if he is retired, I mean, maybe he'll get involved in this upcoming hiring cycle.
Even while he was coaching, he was dating young women.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Phew, boy. Well, do your thing, Bill. Do your thing. Where to?
Well,
Kyle?
One more thing on Bill. Sorry.
Okay.
Part of what's so great about when he does poke fun at like he did here with the Ravens secondary, it's just him being genuine. He's not like up late at night like an ESPN analyst would be thinking of lines, right? Like he's just saying it how he sees it as a coach. And so that's what makes it even better. Like he's not even trying to bury you. Yes. So it's the fact that he's burying you without even trying to be mean. Like he's just calling it how he sees it. That's what makes it so fun to listen to, if you can make it out.